David, just your thoughts on this afternoon's match?
Listen, we knew it was going to be a challenging game. We tried something different today based on personnel available in terms of the shape. It's a bit different to the lads, obviously been quite used to playing a specific sort of, if we want to talk about formation. Principles don't necessarily change, but just the starting points, and that was something we tried, and we ended up reverting back to what would be considered a little bit closer to what would be normal. But obviously your frustration probably comes from just the manner in which the goals, obviously the first goal's controllable. It's a set play, which the positions are set to go and deal with in terms of the players, and obviously there was one or two players that didn't quite be, or weren't reactive to the moment of that particular part of the game. Second one, we debated whether it was a penalty or not. We thought it was a push just before that, which but then obviously when the penalty is given, it's one of those moments. So but at that point, I thought the second half, actually we challenged the boys at half time to be more controlled, but still try and carry the attacking threat, which is probably the biggest bit that was missing today. I think all the play we had a lot of possession, particularly the second half. I don't think we really carried enough threat against their back line, or if we did get ourselves in those moments, our last bit of quality was probably just the bit that was missing. So challenging game, good for some of the lads to get minutes, in particular we're looking at Darren McCallum and some of the 07s got on the pitch today as well. So there's some good positive in there, but obviously the natural bit is a bit of frustration in terms of the result.
Yeah, and it was a slightly younger team this afternoon, which I guess is also testament to the boys involved in the Prague with the first team.
Well, yeah, that's the nature of the club, isn't it? You know, when opportunities come, obviously the ones that have travelled, Robbie Fraser, Ross McCallum's always getting a bit more involvement with the first team just now as well. Cole McKinnon, the lads that have travelled, Aaron Lyle went out there who would normally play in these minutes in these games. So those lads have got an opportunity to go and experience a first team environment tonight in a Europa League competition, so we're excited for that. But off the back end of that, then you're right, you see 07s involved in the group today. Probably the squad is vastly made up of 06s at the moment, just the way that the group's made up. So for them, we knew it'd be a challenging game, but that's better for them. They don't want to be those types of games where it's going to be straightforward. There needs to be something different. They need to feel a bit stressed, and just with the nature of the make-up of the groups, that was what the case was today.
Yeah, and you mentioned Darren McCallum's return there. How pleased are you for an individual level, because he's been out for so long?
Darren McCallum has had such a tough time over the course of the last 2 years, 2 long-term injuries. He's back in training now for a little bit of time. This is probably his most significant match minutes he's managed to build up over his return. I think he got 75 minutes today, but he's back in and he's not changed in terms of how he is as a player. I'm really pleased to see him on the pitch. He's infectious as a character, and the way that he plays the game and his energy he tries to bring to the team. So he's building himself up to a point where he wants to be in contention more frequently for more game minutes, and I think he's getting himself to that stage. So really pleased for him. We just hope that continues for him.